Hey guys, it's Crystal here with Art It Out, and today we're going to be making our challenge for March is to make a journal, but it's not a journal like you're going to think. I told everybody in the group, I said to save your, if you don't have a stash of cardboard or packaging from food packaging, boxes, whatever, if you didn't, to start saving it because we're going to be making a journal with them. And it's just going to be, if you've never made a cardboard journal, they're fun. Because it's a great way to use up, it's a great substrate. It can take a lot, especially if you get the thicker ones. I've used this like really thick one as like a canvas. It works, it's cheap. Anybody can do this because there's cardboard out there everywhere. I went with, instead of like the food box type, it's a little bit thinner, I went with boxes. Like this one was a hubby brought home from work. So, a box. So, I used the thick boxes because that's what I'm going to do this time. I gotta tell you, go big on this because we're just, what is it this month? What are we going to do with these? We're just gonna play. It is March, so we're gonna make some marks. Last year we did make a mark March, and every day we had different props. We're gonna go with make a mark March, but we're not gonna do per se like that. We're gonna use this journal all month long. We're gonna make marks. We're gonna bring back being a child. I'm trying to pull this out of you because I always hear, how do you just sit down and go? Well, you need to play. So you're giving you're giving yourself permission to play, permission to act like a kid, permission to get messy. Every and any, this is what it's for. And afterwards, if you make a nice big one, it will stand up on its own. So it'd be a great like coffee table kind of book. Or if you hate it, throw it away at the end, because guess what? It's just cardboard, and we're just going to have fun on it. So, how many pages do you need and how big? That is up to you guys. You know me. I am very much a do what suits you, because some people can't handle the bigger areas. I would highly wish that you would try the bigger areas to play on. This is, think abstract. You think we're just playing. We're gonna be making marks on here with garbage and not garbage. We're just gonna be having all kinds of fun, and that's all it is, guys. So I really hope you go bigger than what you're normal with or you're comfortable with. Or if that's just what you have, hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. So these are, mine is going to be 13 by, not quite 11, 13 by 11. Now, this was 2 boxes, I think. 1, 2, is it just 2? Yeah, 2 boxes that I dissected. And of course there's other pieces, so I do have another journal that I'll show you a different binding on. So that's what you gotta do, guys. Cut your pages out. Alright? Cut your pages out. I did 10 because this is a really thick honker. I think 10 will be enough for the month. If I don't use them or need more, no biggie, because I can do on both sides if I really want. I don't know if I'm going to do both sides on these or not. We'll see as it goes along. Like I said, I'm doing this with you guys. That's why I like doing these types of challenges, because I don't necessarily like making something up and then showing you and walking you through it that way. I prefer to do it with you, because that's the fun of having an art group, is arting and doing things together. And a lot of time as the head, it's you don't get to do it as together because you got to come up with the ideas, right? So Yes, and I thought, why not? We all have this. Let's have some fun. I know, me personally, I've been having lots of ups and downs and backs and forths and really, really struggling. So hopefully this will help us all get to warmer, sunnier, happier times. So cut your boxes. When you're done that, you decide what you're gonna do, how many you're gonna do. Remember, these are really thick. You don't want them horribly. You get them too thick, you're gonna have problems with your binding. But go for it. There are 3 ways you can bind these. You can buy. I'm sure there's more, but these are 3 ways that I found work really good for the cardboardy type of journals. Usually it's, a lot of times mainly it is tying off with cloth or ribbon, and it's just tied on the side. I will show you each of these bindings. Or it's binding clips. Okay, the problem you're going to have is getting one big enough if you do like the thicker cardboard. You can do it though because they do squeeze. This larger one does work barely. So, and that's a not quite a 2-inch. So I got mainly these at Dollar Tree for $1 for packages. I got a few off other items that recycled from. And then mine, I'm going to share too with you, is to zip strip it. I don't know if everybody has zip strips all over the world. I think it's kind of like one of those things like duct tape. Everybody knows what it is. You know, every killer knows what they are. Every person knows what they are. It's just, you know, it's out there. So I'm going to show you how to use those too. I love using those for a binding type of notebooky type. If you don't have like a cinch machine or anything like that, it's a good way to use the zip tie. So we need to get some holes in these. If you don't have a hole puncher, or your hole puncher is moody and doesn't like to work sometimes, use a pokey tool. You can use a pokey tool and just kind of keep poking at it, and then open it up with like a pencil, make it bigger. But it makes it easier with. So we're going to find, I hope you guys can see, we're going to go kind of, I'm not a measurer, you guys know that. We're going to use our front here. My pages are not all, see how they're kind of wonky? I like wonky. We're all a little wonky. So let's go in the middle, kind of. Boop. Just going to put a mark there. And then I'm thinking about right here. And about right there. That works. Looks good to me. So my first one, I am just going to go for it. Don't put it too close to the edge because you're going to end up pulling those out. So make sure you got a good little amount there. Now the fun thing is, if you do use a hole puncher, keep the pieces. These little circles are great collage, put down for texture. Trees, they make great leaves on trees. Bark on trees, bumpy roads. It's great to reuse those. So now I'm just going to go to the next one. See, I got it lined up. I don't know, I'm worried about the rest, just the top bottom here. And I'm going to take my pencil, mark a little in there, pop that up, and I got my holes right there. That's simple, guys. It's not a hard one. That's why this is not this is another just fun RT one. Now, it's going to be chunky and messy, and we're just going to have all kinds of fun on it, okay? Remember, we're just having fun. We're giving ourselves permission to play. We're giving ourselves permission to art. We're just having ourselves to let it out. Art it out. So, and then I'm just going to keep doing this. Until I get all the way through. All the way through them. simple, easy peasy. There we go. Let me show you how to do one if you don't have one of these. All you do is you take your pokey tool if you have a pokey tool. If you don't have a pokey tool, take a big needle and do that. And just kind of wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You're going to wiggle, 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 get that sucker going. If you have a bigger needle or a pokey, you just do it like that, okay? And just... Now, I made a hole, and if you're just using a thin string, no biggie, but I'm going to be using a pretty good size on here, so you just gradually keep putting different sizes in there. You're stretching it out, guys, is all you're doing. So, that's how you do it, okay? I'm going to, because I don't want them not to be the same, I'm going to do that. But it works. I've done it when I first started making these, and I didn't have I had an old, this is like my third hole punch. I'm gonna get my next purchase. Was it the crocodile that you can punch holes and you can use it for, to put the little metal things in. I can't think of it, so yes, that's my next thingy thing. I want to get that, because I've been wanting to do more things, and where I'm at, I would use it when I first started, and I started like, getting my the heat dry gun is a must. A lot of people said the crocodile is their one thing that they can't live without. Well, until recently, I didn't find that to spend the money would I use it. And you guys know me, I take 8 years deciding and do tons of thoughts, and I gotta be able to use it more than once. And it's gotta be something that I'll use more, because I don't want to waste it, I like to use my stuff. Okay, let's do that again. Alright guys, I'm going to finish these out and we'll come back. Alright guys, so got all my holes done. Now I'm going to show you how to do the easier, well, it's really easy. It's a zippy tie one. You know how zip ties work, you're just going to literally put your zip tie through every page hole. Okay. Put it like that. And there you go. Now you can do loose or you can tighten it however you want. I'm going to go ahead and do all three for you guys can see. It's easier for me to hang these off the edge here. So I know you guys aren't seeing me actually put them in the hole, and I do apologize for that, but it just works easier for me to do it this way. And then, simple. Next, do this last one. If I can get it. Come on. My pages are a little funky here. Why is that not working? I only meant to do 2 holes on this one. I screwed up. I often do when I'm on camera. Change of plans, I guess I should say. Alright, so there we go. Put that one in. So, put them however you want. If you want them loose, big, loose, or not. You can do them tight. You don't want them too tight, because when you open, see? Now you can put them together, or you can tighten it up to make it even tighter. Okay? Just cut this part off, and you are good to go. You just cut that little piece off, and then you won't have nothing. If you want them, what I used them on some other ones I made not cardboard, but I put a little bit of, if I get it where I want it cinched at, and it's perfect. I do a little glue down in the little hole there, that way, in case it doesn't cinch, in case of, for this don't happen. It keeps going more and more and more. Alright, so that would be your cinched one. Now, this is great, like I said, if you're wanting a binding like that, like I said, you want it tighter to get it closer. Simple, easy. I like about it too, though, is I'm making a mess with all of these darn things that I told you to keep for extra collage. Is you can just cut them off if you end up not liking it, or you need to get in it. I've put jewels, beads on these, well, when I put them through, so then you'll have a beaded, for they don't look, you can't see the plastic, you can do string wrap around them. You can do a lot of things to decorate them up where they don't look like ties, I guess. So, I'm not doing ties on this because this is really big. And I'm going to be doing one page at a time. So my workspace is limited, but I want to work big. So I'm going to actually use book rings on this one, I'm hoping to. That's my thought. This is a really big. We're going to see if I'm going to be able to pull it off with these two. Which is why I meant to only do 2 holes. But I wasn't thinking. We have 10 pages, so I'm probably going to just try to do a couple on each side. 5 and 5, yeah, we'll do 5. 1, 2. There is no prepping these, guys. I'm not a go through and gesso on my page type of girls. For one, you really don't have to with these, gesso all of them. You don't. I haven't had that problem, so. But I do use gesso. But not on the whole thing. It can handle a lot of stuff. Which is what's fun with it too, is it's a play. It's just a permission to play. We're doing it. Yay, us, you know? Right, okay, so there's one.
Mommy,
Let me see about doing what, baby?
I want to put this on you.
What? Oh, put it on me. Thank you. What is it? Excuse me, guys.
Like a bag.
Oh, thank you. Looks good, buddy. So I'm going to be using the book rings at least especially till this is done. I may keep the rings on there, but I doubt it. I'll probably use a ribbon type after I'm done making this one. But I want to keep it together, so here we go. That is how mine's going to look for now. Like I said, ooh, this is really tight. But I'm doing that to keep it. It looks nice. It'll work. You can even do book rings if you don't want to be taking them in and out. But I'm going to want to be taking the pages out because it is so friggin' big. So, I'm going to show you a ribbon. Like I said, I had so many pieces of cardboard laying around. I decided to make, in this size, I was like, yay, what's her name, Tiffany, was it Southern Girl, she has some long, skinny type of journals. I've seen her make, well, I haven't seen her make, but I've seen her share, and I made one like this. It was actually longer when I first started in art, and I made it out of like the pizza boxes, so it was really long and skinny, and I loved that. So I thought these were perfect. So pages are already cut. I did the same thing on the holes, but I'm using buttons on these to show you something a little bit different. But I'm also using the ribbon cloth. No, you didn't have to use the buttons. You could just tie it, you know. but I thought this looked really cool, and I'll show you. It's not fixed. These are actually, they got the hole in them like this, so I can actually take it off, move it about, and this kind of holds it in place. But one side of it, I do put a button, and it's sewn on here. So I thought I'd show you how I do that. Because why not? You know, I'm showing you all how to buy different bindings. This is gonna have paint. If you're not into paint, but you really want to, you know, you've never made a journal or anything like this, this is a perfect beginner one because it's very basic. You're not wasting anything. You're actually using other things up. But if you're not into painting, or, you know, and you're into the collage, which is great, then make one for a collage. Yeah. But mine, and for this month's challenge, is making marks, and we're going to be making, you know, different type of marks in your paint, and just letting go, you know. Don't need a reason to play. We don't, and a lot of people think you do. You know, we're programmed to, most people are programmed to follow. Somebody tell them to do something. You know, they're telling them to do this. They're telling you to do that. When you come out, your parents tell you. That did not go in there, did it? And your boss tells you what to do. Everybody tells you what to do. So you kind of get out of, in my opinion, a lot of people get out of the thinking of just playing. You know, we get contradicted. Why do we need to do that? No, why not? Remember this year's word, why not? So, now these are not easy to get for me. I'm sure somebody else, I got one or two of them on really easy. And then I'm on camera, so it's going to be finagle in here. Ah, I got it. There we go. So, see, it's really tight. So, that's all you got to do on that. Now, on this side, I'm going to show you with make sure these are the same. I don't want, that's about right. Okay. I didn't want to make it off. Here we go. Needle, string, and this is like a wood bead. I thought was kind of cute. Not a lot of string left on here. I'm hoping I can make it because I don't want to use more. Alright, and all you're going to do is you're going to sew this button on here. Really kind of push down a little bit because you're going to want a tight fit. And if you put it way out here, you're going to have all this room. But you have the other side where you can pull through if you need to. So, however you do it, it's easy. Just sew on your button, guys. It's not too difficult. I can do it. Anybody can. Yeah, I know. You just want. Oh, come on. But doing it on camera is harder. Because usually I have my face like right there. Yeah, and we're having all kinds of problems already. Come on, what is going on? There it is. Got a knot or something. See? I make it look difficult. But it's really not, guys. It's easy as can be. Come on. There it is. So I'll go do it, tie it off. And that's it, guys. Like I said, I have ones you can just tie it. You don't have to put buttons on, but I thought this was a really cute little idea that it just came to me. Like, why not share it? Because it kind of, I think it looks good with it. I do. How do my scissors cut? Oh, there we go. Alright, so see that it's, make sure your button's, you know, obviously bigger than your hole. So there you go. I do not have these glued in. I'm going to probably eventually glue them in at the end in case I do want to take it apart. This one I won't be doing probably on camera. It's just, you know, I had the pieces. I didn't want them to go to waste. So, and I got yummy. I got glue. I've got silk stuff. I got it all. And there we go. It's a nice little, you're like, made with pride. And if it starts getting loose or you want it loose, you just pull it out and pull it in. And the little thing kind of fits right down in there. There you go. We have our Make a Mark March is permission to play journal with our cardboard. And yeah, next video will be, we're just going to do the, get the cover done. We're going to do and have some fun, alright? Until then, I hope you guys have fun. It is really simple. I think everybody was expecting a lot bigger, harder thing when I said, you know, keep cardboard and we're going to be making journals. This is our playground for the month. This is where we're going to have some fun. So, alright guys, happiness to you. Go make a mess. If you have any questions, of course, hit me up here or in the group. I'm also on Instagram. Happiness to you guys. Bye.